Hey everyone, I'm Morgan Hoffman here, and I'm just waiting to start my interview with Cree Cicchino. I'm so excited to interview her. She has a big Netflix movie coming out tomorrow called The Sleepover. It looks like so much fun. You'll also recognize her from Mr. Iglesias, so we're just waiting for her to sign in. Hi guys. Alrighty, so many people joining. All right. Okay, so if you guys are just tuning in, I'm just waiting to interview Cree Cicchino. She has a new movie coming out on Netflix called The Sleepover, and it looks like so much fun. Hi, guys. I got a hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Here we go. Hey, girl.
Hello!
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm great. I'm just going to turn up your volume. So I feel like you've been super busy doing press for your upcoming Netflix movie. So what can you tell us about The Sleepover? It drops tomorrow, right?
Yeah, drops tomorrow.
That's amazing. Yeah, what can you tell us about the whole plot? It looks really funny.
Yeah, it's very fun. It is a sort of summer for the whole family action comedy. It's about a young girl and her brother who discover that they're sort of mild-mannered, otherwise, fairly normal, standard stay-at-home mom is an ex-thief who has been in witness protection for years, and their whole life is sort of built on this reality that she has now because of her witness protection, and she gets kidnapped to pull one last big job. So the kids all sort of uh, our leading lady Clancy and her brother, and then their respective best friends, one of which is played by me, sort of
Amazing.
go on this big, wild, irresponsible adventure all in one night throughout the streets of Boston to find the kidnapped parents and sort of get to the bottom of this whole mystery.
Well, I have to admit, you have the funniest lines in the trailer. I kept giggling every time I was watching it. How much fun did you have on this one?
Oh, so much fun. It was like summer camp. It was everything sort of aligned. It was like we got to work in these really beautiful, cool locations. The whole cast, we all gelled instantly. We all got along great. Our team and our crew and our director was fantastic, and she allowed for a lot of improv and playing and trying new things. So yeah, I got to try a lot of fun stuff. There was kind of no rules with my character Mim. So it was dreamy. It was dreamy all around. And also there's such fantastic, I mean, like Ken Marino, Malin Ackerman, shut up. Like these comedic masterclass teachers who were also the best people. So it was just so much fun all around.
So I was going to ask you. So I'm a huge fan of Malin Ackerman. So what's she like on set?
Oh, so imagine the sweetest, kindest, just, class act professional. Multiply it by 10, you're not even at Malin. She's just the coolest, sweetest lady. So talented and so committed. She has a lot of stunts in the movie. She has a lot of action. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we'd be, pulling up in the van at our hotel, 10 o'clock at night, just finished with our day, all exhausted. And she'd be jumping in at 10 o'clock at night to go back to set to rehearse her stunts for the next day. And no complaints, no nothing. She's such a badass, and she's just just really just cool and graceful, and knows everybody's names and never
Yeah.
complains. And she really, her and Ken, I think, really set the tone for set every day and just for the movie in general. So yeah, Malin is everything you want her to be.
Oh, I love hearing that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to know, when's the last time you had like an epic sleepover? Like I don't think I've had one since I was 15, but like a good one where you're getting like
Yeah.
pizza bites and you're watching horror films. Like what's like the last good sleepover you've had?
I didn't really grow up doing sleepovers. I wasn't like allowed for a really long time,
Yeah.
and I like never enjoyed them very much. Like I'm very like I have a lot of like food issues and allergies. So like snacks was always something I could never participate in.
Yeah.
And I always like fell asleep really early. Like not,
Yeah.
I also was the one that was exempt myself. Like I'm not playing the whoever falls asleep early gets something drawn on them game. Like I'm out. Like if I'm asleep, don't touch me. I also
So you played it safe.
Yeah, I played it safe. And if we were watching a movie and everyone wanted to like talk and make jokes, I was always like, shh, like I'm listening. Like, can we pay attention? So I'm not a good sleepover person. The best sleepover is probably just like me at home just going to sleep.
Okay, I feel like this makes me like you even more. This is so funny. I mean, I had the sleepovers, but I feel like for the longest time now, I'm like, I need my space and I want to watch my movie by myself.
Yeah, let me put my headphones on. Let me have like my tea and watch my movie, and nobody talk to me, and nobody touch me, and
yeah,
leave me alone.
I love it. Another, project that you just look like you have so much fun on is Mr. Iglesias. How special is that show for you to work on?
It's so special. It was my like second job that I got after my very first one, which was on a show called Game Shakers, which was on Nickelodeon, which I started when I was like 12 and I finished when I was like 15. So it was like my childhood show.
Yeah.
And it is just such a dream. I mean, it sounds like I'm just kind of complimenting everything that I'm working on, but it's so true. Like that set is just so calm and smooth and easy, and just everything kind of goes right all the time. And I love the love that I have for that cast is so real and deep, and just everyone is just talented and lovely and wonderful to work with. I love my character Marisol. I love the stories that we tell, and it really like kind of changed my perspective of like the industry and sets in a good way, because I was kind of developing a pretty sinister view of things, and this is a wild, ugly industry at times, so it's not completely unfounded, but it swooped in just in time to be like, no, there's so much good here, and there really, really is. So I have a big place in my heart for that.
And do you really like working in front of a live audience? Because on that show you work on a live audience, right?
Yeah, which I had never done before.
Yeah.
So it's really fun, and it almost, and before I did it, it seemed so wild, and I didn't know, like doing a show with people in the room, like while you're filming, like that seemed so bizarre. And now it seems like we're gonna film and nobody's watching us. This is weird. Like, where's everybody? Yeah, we all slipped into it, and we have a lot of stand-up comics on our show. Sherry Shepherd, obviously, Gabe. So they just light up when there's an audience in the room, and they just go off. I feel like they do kind of plot jokes and changes they want to make throughout the week, but they save it for show night to surprise even us, the cast. So it's so electric those nights, and you never really know what's going to happen, which is kind of the best way to go.
Well, I want to know, like, so if someone messes up a line or whatever, misses a cue, like, that's in front of everyone? Like, is that just something you get used to really quickly, and is that kind of fun for the audience to see?
They love it when we F up. They have so much fun when we screw up. Like, because it's great, because it is nice to see like a show you watch, like how human it is, and you kind of see the process. So we make a lot of mistakes on show night, and it's always fun. And sometimes our best stuff comes from saying a line which nobody thought was particularly special all week, and it's like the biggest laugh, and so we're all just kind of standing there looking at each other, surprised by this cue, and then other things change. So surprises and mess ups and new lines that Gabe and Sherry didn't tell anyone about, and even our writers, I feel like, have like a certain energy on show nights where things just kind of come to them and they'll run on and be like, try this time, and then run off, and we all get to try new stuff. So the audience loves it when we screw up, and it makes it funnier too. Bloopers, like during the week when it's just us, because we do shoot without them for a day, are fun. And it's always like, but I mean, it's something just about having the audience there laughing at you makes tiny little flubs hysterical. So
that's awesome. Yeah, because I've always wondered that, you hear a live audience laughing, and I'm like, but what if they mess up? Like, do they get embarrassed? But to hear that it makes it even funnier, that's great.
Yeah, I personally get really stressed because I don't flub a lot.
So you're a perfectionist.
Line-wise, I certainly try to be. So if I do mess up, and if it's in front of the audience, I'm always really surprised. There was one moment we had this past season. We were all sitting in the classroom, and we have these big classroom scenes which go for a while, and we're all just throwing one-liners at each other. And we were all sitting around. Gabe said his line, and then it was dead silent. We were all staring at each other like, whose is it? whose is it? I would have put my life that it wasn't me. And we were all just sitting there staring at each other, and I didn't realize that everyone had slowly started to look at me. And then our script supervisor, Sorel, was like, Cree, honey. And I went, it's me! And it was one of my favorite mess ups all season, because I take it very personally when I mess up.
Oh, I love it. Okay. No, you sound like a perfectionist, which is good. I'm kind of the same way too.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah.
So, you've been promoting, shows coming out, movies coming out, but obviously a lot of production has shut down because of everything going on in the world. Some things are slowly coming back, some aren't. So where are you right now? Like, are you home? Are you kind of enjoying downtime? Are you busy with press? Like, what's your life look like right now?
Right now, I'm back home in New York. I just dropped my twin sister off at college. So it's like big family moment.
Whoa, big moment.
Big moment. But yeah, I'd probably be in between jobs anyway if the world wasn't what it is right now. So yeah have, these drops happening, press. And I also have no idea what's going on. This industry is strange. I think some things are slowly crawling back into production or exploring what production could look like, but but it's still such a big question mark. You know what I mean? There's a lot of uncertainty right now. So I'm currently it's press land right now.
Yeah. Was your sister emotional? Were you emotional? What was that scene like?
We were fine all day making jokes, and I like fell asleep in the car because it was kind of a long drive, and then I woke up when we were 10 minutes away and had such a panic attack because I was like, I did not take this entire car ride to process any of this. We didn't have a big goodbye. We loaded everything into the car and separated because my mom had to drive on and help her pack in. We hugged each other and it was totally fine. And then I went off with my grandparents and we just waited a while they packed up. But I'm told my sister got teary-eyed about me when she drove in. Aww. So she definitely got emotional. I did, but while hers was more sad, I was kind of panicky. Like, I was like, it's the end of an era, and I didn't even process it. And she was just but now, we're FaceTiming, and she's settling in, and I know she's going to do great, and she's really excited to be there, so it's all good.
Oh, I love that. Well, thanks for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
Now, you have an amazing following on social media. People have been following you, like you said, since you were 12 on your show, and kind of have been growing with you as your career has grown. What's it like kind of having such a loyal fan base?
Oh, it's so strange, right? I mean, yeah, I really do. People have been saying this to me a lot. It's true. Like, we feel like we grew up with you. Like, we watched you grow up, and it's true. I mean, some of the fan accounts which, tag me in edits and beautiful artwork and things like that, have been doing it since my Game Shakers days, since I was 12, pre-pubescent Cree. And they're still here, which is so wild. And I still, to this day, can't wrap my head around it at all. Like, I just don't understand. And we do get so normalized looking at screens all day, we forget there's, like, actual people doing this stuff. So when it does sink in, which happens quite a lot these days, it is always really disorienting and wild, but also comforting. It's nice to know, like, the people on there kind of know me and have for years and years, and we grew up together because a lot of them are really young. So it's strange and lovely and bizarre, and I still don't get it, but it's really, really humbling.
Oh, I love that. You have posted about very important issues to you on social media, and recently you did a post about body positivity. How important is it for you to use your platform for this purpose?
Yeah, I think, I mean, anybody with social media, and you don't have to be verified, you don't have to have millions of followers. If you've got any following at all, you do sort of have a responsibility to talk about important things other than yourself and your work, and there's place for that, of course, but there's a lot of ways, especially right now, as a lot of people become aware of things we all should have been aware of to this extent a very long time ago. So yeah, there's definitely a huge responsibility to use your platform, your social media responsibly, and I think that usually means talking about stuff that isn't yourself occasionally. Yeah. So I'm still trying and learning and have, miles and miles to go. I feel like I'm just getting into it, which is such a shame, but it's true. And I think we've all got to be better in that respect.
Well, I've just had so much fun talking with you.
I so much fun talking with you.
I know. You're so great. And I cannot wait to see your movie. Just the trailers alone have me hooked. So congrats on the new movie. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else you're going to do.
Thank you so much. It was really, really fun talking with you.
You too. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You
Bye-bye.
too. See you, girl.